Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's K-E-S-H-W-A-N-I, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems for GMAT out of this book here, the GMAT Review, the official guide. If you do not own this book already, you can buy one at mba.com. You need it if you're going to sit for GMAT. This is where you want to practice. Practice on the real thing. Don't buy all the other stuff that is on the market. I can't name names, but this is the stuff that you want to practice on, because this is where you're going to find the real GMAT question that is there. My logic is very simple, very straightforward. My logic is that if I'm going to waste my time, if I'm going to spend my time and my money to practice for the exam, I want to practice the real stuff. This is the real stuff. You'll find it at mba.com. Let's look at the problem that I'm about to solve, which is on page number 170, problem solving, number 136. Let's take a look at it. It says that the operation, and then they give you the symbol here. This symbol here is defined as x and y. The most important thing for this problem, the most important thing in this problem is to be able to figure out how to read this thing in plain English language. Going around saying x dot circle something y, it doesn't make any sense. What are they saying in plain English language? All they're saying is that take the quantity that you see on the left hand side of this symbol. The symbol has no meaning. I can change it to any symbol, the problem will not change. I can change it to any symbol. I can make it any symbol I want. The problem is not going to change. The problem stays the same. What they're basically saying is that take the quantity on the left hand side of the symbol and multiply it by the quantity on the right hand side of the symbol and take the square root of that product. That's all they're saying. So they could have used any symbol they want. The symbol has no meaning. The symbol has no name. It is just there to annoy you. Let's take a look at it. Then the question simply is, what is the value of this quantity? 5 and 45, and then another one outside, which is 60. Well, tell you what, I'm not going to try to do it in one whole shot. It's not wise. I'm going to do it in steps. First, I'm going to find out this quantity, 5 and 45. So let's find out. Again, the instructions are very simple. I'm supposed to take the product of these two numbers. Whatever I see on the left hand side, I'm supposed to multiply that by whatever I see on the right hand side. The y is on the right hand side. So 5 times 45, I'm supposed to multiply those two quantities and then take the square root of it. Let's find out what it is. Now, of course, you could sit there and actually do it out. I've seen people do it in the exam, which is they're sitting there wasting their time. I'm not saying that they're not going to get where they want to go. They will eventually, of course, get where they want to go, but it will take a lot of time. It will be a waste of time to try to actually figure this out. Not only you will end up wasting your time trying to figure out what is 45 times 5 is, but then at the end you're going to end up with a large number, and then you're going to have to figure out what is the square root of that number. Don't do that. Here's a simpler way. Tell me, can I write 45? This is my 5 here. Can I write 45 as 9 times 5? I hope so, because I know 9 times 10 is 90, and half of 90 is 45. So can I write 45 as 9 times 5? The answer is yes. This 45 here, I just wrote it like this. That's what it is. And now, I need to erase this line here. And now, it's very simple to figure out the square root of this quantity, because the square root of 5 times 5, this quantity right here, square root of 5 times 5 is just 5, and square root of 9 is just 3. So it's 15. So this thing that they're asking equals 15. Now I'm going to do the second step. The second step is to take this quantity of 15 and repeat the same operation. And this quantity of 15 ends up on the left hand side or right hand side? It's on the left hand side. So here's my 15. Actually, that was a very silly and very idiotic question that I just asked. Why? I was just wondering whether it's on the left hand side or right hand side. Why was it a silly idiotic question? Because I didn't realize that because they're being multiplied. I thought maybe they were taking the difference of the two quantities. Or maybe if the instructions are like this. If I tell you that instructions are like this, for example, then it does make a difference. It is important to keep track of which one is on the left hand side and which is on the right hand side, because here the instructions are take the quantity on the left hand side and multiply it by the square of the quantity on the right hand side. So here it does make difference as to which quantity goes where. Does the 15 go here and the 60 go here? Are we talking about something like this? Or are we talking about something like this? It makes a big difference in this scenario, in this instructions, right here, which is not the problem. Our problem is simply they're being multiplied, so it doesn't really matter. So that's what I have to find out, 15 and 60. So let's do it here. So I'm just supposed to take 15 times 60 and take the square root of that. That's what it is. I'm going to erase this bottom part here because I don't want to confuse anybody here. I was just trying to make a point here that it is important to keep track of which one goes where, left or right. It does not make difference in this particular problem because if they were being added or they're being multiplied, it doesn't really make a difference of which one is which. So let's figure it out. So again, you could actually sit there and then waste your time trying to figure out 15 times 60. You're going to end up with a very large number and then trying to figure out what is the square root of that. You could do that if you wanted to. I wouldn't. This is what I would do. The point here is to realize how to chop things. Can I write 60? This is my 15 that comes from up here. Can I write 60 as 15 times 4? Of course I can. 15 times 4 is 60 right here. So now, again, one more time, I realize that the square root of 15 times 15 is just 15. The square root of 15 times 15 is just 15, and the square root of 4 is just 2. There you go. Voila. The answer is 30. The answer is 30, which is, answer choice A. That's all. We're done. I hope that you found this helpful. Listen, if you wish to buy the DVDs that I have put together with the solutions to all the math problems in this book, there are 400 of them, 150 data sufficiency questions, 250 problem solving questions. Or if you wish to hire my services for personal private tutoring, personal face-to-face tutoring, in either case, go to my website at www.prepforgmat.com, send me an email and we'll talk. Alright? Thanks.